Good morning, happy spring. It is t-shirt weather, not quite short weather unless you're quite brave, but it's definitely t-shirt weather. And today is my first proper day off in a while, and it's very enjoyable. I'm going to pop into Kew this afternoon before it clouds over and rains. Then we got Colin's surprise 40th birthday this evening, and then I got the Olivier's tomorrow.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
There is the usual assortment of terrible parking at M&S today, including something that's going on behind me. Really quite dreadful. Well done, everyone.
There's some places there as well.
I know I keep saying this is my favourite place on earth, but it's even better in the spring. This is the absolute best time to come to Kew. If you're watching this video, stop, get on a train, come to Kew. That's all I really want to say at this point. So the work continues on the temporary house. Only 2 years to go. They're digging some enormous great channels, presumably for new water and wiring to come in. Presumably not in the same pipe. But yeah, it's entirely tented, as you can see. There's all sorts of stonework going on in there, as you can hear. And they're replacing, I think, all of the glass, which is an enormous job. The glade is looking very healthy and green, with a few daffodils and the occasional bluebell just beginning to spring up. You can see some of them appearing under the tree here. Haven't really opened yet. We're getting there. Hi there, I'm in the bird hide. All I find amazing is I've been coming to Kew for 36 years, since I was about 2 months old, and I still find places I haven't been and I want to go. Here's one example. So this is the Forbidden Land. This is the nature reserve part, which you're not allowed in. Only the gardeners are allowed in. But it's always ever so pretty looking, and one day I hope I might be able to get into it. You know, it's spring because the blue triangle's back in all its glory. The daffodils are just ending, and the magnolium and the rhododendron are just beginning. This enormous construction scaffolding is where the beehive is going to be, which I'm quite excited to see, but I don't think it's going to be ready for quite a while yet. Looks like it could be quite enormous, and they're having to make the hill bigger, so that's exciting. But I'm just popping in to visit the wedding venue to see how it looks, and because it should have been used for a wedding by now, and I want to see if I can get inside. So this is what it looks like now it's all finished. Actually looks amazing. They've changed the colour of the window frames. I love it. It remains to be seen what other parties think. So this is where you get the little barricade, bars it off whilst there's an event on. You get these nice lights that light the way for the evening guests all along the paths. And then everyone goes about their business.
Colin, how are you feeling now? Make the football just wake up. Hey, there's a Gucci cupcakes in there.
That was fun, but we're now on the way home, and we decided to stop to get something to eat at this excellent extra service station in Cobham. Good afternoon. So after this morning's shop-a-thon, bought lots of stuff in Aldi and the German deli and what have you, I'm now going off to work. at the Royal Opera House, obviously, because it's very glamorous. And I will be there all afternoon and most of the evening, sitting on a laptop doing this. So that's quite a weird way to spend an afternoon, especially a Sunday one, especially when the weather's decent. But there we go. That's just how it is at the moment.
And of course,
This is sinister. With the like slight blurring and everything. This is quite an interesting location.
we must get a better screen than that, surely.
No, I think that's it.
It's going to be, is it?
This is what a live OB looks like. So that was the Olivier Awards. You didn't actually see much of the awards, neither did I, to be perfectly honest. We were in the big rehearsal room all night, and we were getting fed footage, obviously on the TV, so that the guys could commentate, but also I was getting memory cards from cameras and what have you, editing videos, turning them around, taking audio clips, turning those around, sending them off to Magic, sending them to the desk next to me, uploading things to YouTube, all sorts. So I really was just looking at a screen in front of me all night, but a very, very unusual setting. And you could hear the rumble of the crowd coming from the auditorium, because next to the rehearsal room is the giant backstage area, which is enormous, and then you get the stage. So when there was a huge cheer, you could hear it come through the walls. But other than that, it was actually surprisingly quiet and refined from our perspective. The rest of them went to the after show party afterwards. I just wanted to come home to bed, if I'm honest. So I did. And yes, now it's Monday morning. I haven't had much sleep and we're going back. So that's good. Back to the office. Yay. Good morning. It's a lovely spring day. I've obviously had a haircut and I've got the day off. So I'm using it to do things like get your hair cut and also catch up on things that I should have done if I hadn't been at work 5 days a week. You know the feeling. You probably have a full-time job and you fully understand. So I'm making the most of the sun as much as I can. And I might take my laptop into the gardens a bit later on and work through some of the stuff there, because, you know, it's a nicer setting and we're now at the stage where the weather's good enough to get away with that. So that's this afternoon's plan. So, making the most of it fully. It's my birthday in less than a week, and everyone keeps saying to me, what do you want for your birthday? And the answer I keep giving is, I have absolutely no idea. So very helpful, but I genuinely don't. For the first time in ages, I have no idea what I want. I would take suggestions in the comments, but and feel free to leave them. It's just that by the time I read them, my birthday will have been and gone. But you never know, I can keep them and use them for Christmas or something. Yeah, I'm a bit short on ideas at the moment. It's probably because I haven't actually given it a lot of time to think, you know. And yes, I really haven't given my birthday much thought at all. It's kind of crept up on us. Because I've been busy, and I guess that's good. So, you know, nice problem to have. All the ideas I ever come up with are massively expensive. They're not the kind of things you can ask for your birthday. And that's just an unfortunate byproduct of my interests and my job. So, you know, I want cameras and lenses and drones and laptops, and good luck buying that for me. So I'm going to have a think. Hopefully, if I get to sit in Cambridge Cottage and have a bit of, you know, peacetime, I might be able to work this out. I've mentioned before that there used to be a glass house in front of what now just appears to be sort of a shed. I used to really like this glass house. No one ever went in it because, you know, to be fair, they hadn't really maintained the inside in terms of displays and what have you. But it did have a table and chairs and a PowerPoint, which meant I could come here and do my work. And now it's gone and I'm very annoyed. And they put trucks here occasionally, you know, little food trucks and things, but I prefer the glass house. And it's where they did the whole of Q on a Plate with Raymond Blanc, the BBC TV series, 4 parts, and it was all filmed in there as the kitchen. And that was the last thing they did in there, and then they took it apart, which is very annoying. So I'm going to have to find another indoor spot. Hi, my hair has collapsed. So I've done about 350 photos I've processed so far this afternoon in the gardens in various locations, including outside Cambridge Cottage and in the kitchen garden and just here on the Pagoda Vista. But it's like 5:45, so I'm going to head home. It's been a very enjoyable afternoon, to be honest. It's nothing like working outside, especially when the sun's out. It's very, very peaceful. It's been the day off that I needed, and you might not think that staring at a computer screen in the garden is a day off, but it is, which is as good as I'm going to get for a while, so it's been very pleasant. Just when I thought I was getting used to the freak show that is Camden, in a restaurant, a woman pushes in front of someone, lady behind says, "Excuse me," and then she turns around and physically assaults her. The police are called. And then when they asked this woman to act like an adult, which she refused to do, they managed to confiscate a bottle of rosé off her. As you can imagine, it wasn't even a good bottle of rosé, which had clearly been boshing a couple of them before she even came in. She must have been no more than about 17, 18. And she was a state, a complete state. Hello, happy Friday. I feel like you haven't seen me much this week, and that's because I've been in studio lockdown. As per norm, to be honest. Next week will be different because I get Monday and half a Wednesday off. But this week has been a little bit sort of wake up in the morning, go to the studio, sit in the studio all day, leave, come home, eat and go to bed. So not the most glamorous of lives. But you know, it's paying the bills, so it's not terrible. Yes, next week is my birthday on Monday, so next week is going to be quite exciting, and it will start with tomorrow's vlog, which will be walking along the Thames with Steve and Tom. Oh, nice tulips they got here. Did you just about see a tulip? I hope so. Just barely. Yes, so apologies for the slightly truncated nature of the end of this vlog. That's just how it goes. The weekend was great, and then we got around to this and there wasn't a lot happening. So I thank you for watching nonetheless. I do appreciate it greatly. I hope you will subscribe, and in that case I will see you next week.
Toby, stupid